You have zero financial means of supporting the child that you're about to bring into the world. And the child that you currently have in the world, you're not even taking care of that child. And this whole thing where you said CPS said you all were not feeding the baby, I guarantee you what they said, that your child had a failure to thrive. And that means that you're not interacting with the baby. That means that you're not feeding the baby. That's what you were not doing. And that's why Child Protective Services came in your life. It wasn't, oh, we didn't feed the baby. And when they came over, oh, the baby's asleep. That's why we're not feeding the baby. No, your child had a failure to thrive. All right. And for the record, the parties are Jason Gareham for the state and David Woodard for defense. Oh, no problem. All right. I reviewed the court summary without any objection from the defense. And I will tell you, one of the things that the probationer said, your officer said, is that you're not taking probation seriously. That's what they're saying. So here's my question for you. Do you want to go to prison? Then why are you behaving as though you want to go to prison? Because everything that you're doing tells me you want to go to prison.
I'm not trying to,
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not trying to behave like that.
But you are. I'm telling you, the only thing you did on probation was have, become pregnant. That's all you've done. You haven't done anything else. So why do you think you shouldn't go to prison?
I want to do better.
Let me just tell you, everybody in that box, they want to do better. No, I can't, if I were to ask people to raise their hand, people in the box, how many of y'all want to go to prison? I guarantee you, I'd say 99% of them will say no. There'll be that 1% who will just say, yeah, I just want to go to prison, do my time, be done. So nobody wants to go to prison, but you're behaving as though you want to go to prison. And with this Casa Mia, does anyone know if they'll take someone on GPS? I mean, I've heard of the program, I'm familiar with it, but I don't know if they'll take someone on GPS.
So you would have to get more information. I will have to look into that.
Counsel, do you know if Casa Mia will take someone on GPS?
I don't judge. And the issue with the GPS, what probation is requesting is if she has a job, work release, she doesn't have a job. So I would assume she would stay in jail for 90 days because GPS work release would not benefit her if she's not employed.
Oh, no, she's going to be on GPS until further notice if I decide to continue her. If I don't continue her, then, GPS doesn't matter.
I don't have the answer to that question, Judge, about Casa Mia.
All right, let me see. I'm going to give you all the number.
The number, Judge.
All right, if you all can call and find out if they'll take someone with GPS.
That's it.
All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 6472, Lisa Talisi. Counsel, have you discovered with regards to GPS?
I have, Judge. I spoke with probation. They said that she can attend with GPS. The issue is the person they need to talk to is out today because she's in training. Moreover, that program is more so suited for persons who have substance abuse issues. Ms. Telsey does not suffer from any substance abuse issues, so we don't know if that's the correct program for her.
Okay, so how do we know she doesn't suffer from substance abuse issues?
From the list of the motion to revoke, I haven't seen any positive analysis.
And Judge, I did ask Ms. Telsey if she had any substance use, and she said no.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and State, I understand your reason for revocation. Probation, I understand your reasoning. And I hope that people don't take this as a sign that, oh, let me just get pregnant and then the judge won't send me to prison. But I will tell you, one of the reasons why you're not going to prison today is because you're pregnant. That's the elephant in the room. Otherwise, you need to be sent to prison because you have done absolutely nothing. And the only thing you've given me is a bunch of excuses That whole excuse about I don't have a phone, I don't have transportation, that's what walk-in is for. And when probation came to see you at your house, all you had to do was tell them, I'm having transportation issues. And you know what? Sometimes there are programs where they will give you a bus pass. So you're just doing a bunch of excuses. And I don't know why people think that they can just, pardon my language, lay around, have children with no visible means of supporting your child. You have zero financial means of supporting the child that you're about to bring into the world. And the child that you currently have in the world, you're not even taking care of that child. And this whole thing where you said CPS said you all were not feeding the baby, I guarantee you what they said, that your child had a failure to thrive. And that means that you're not interacting with the baby. That means that you're not feeding the baby. That's what you were not doing. And that's why Child Protective Services came in your life. It wasn't, oh, we didn't feed the baby. And when they came over, oh, the baby's asleep. That's why we're not feeding the baby. No, your child had a failure to thrive. And what I can tell you is when babies are born, feeding them, interacting with them on a daily basis, their brain is growing. They're taking care of anything. Who knows what harm you may have done your child by not feeding your child? And were you eating when you were on probation and not reporting? Oh, you're telling me you were not eating at all.
Eat here and there, but I was a good food myself.
So if you were not eating during all this time period, they would have found your body. Obviously, you're currently alive and you've been eating, and you were eating while you were on probation. I am telling you, and I want you to hear me clearly. You're going to be placed on GPS. You understand? And you will not be removed from GPS until I say you're removed from GPS. And you are going to complete that family service plan. If that's what has happened on that case, I don't know. Do you understand? As a side note, here's some other advice for you. Do not bring more men into your children's lives or into this baby's life. You need to get your life in order. Do you understand? So I'm going to deny the motion. And I'm going to extend your probation. She was on probation for 8 years. I'm going to extend it for another year. And there's going to be partial GPS, waive fees. And the partial is she's allowed to work, complete the family-based services plan. And that plan may have expired, because if she's saying it's been a year, it's over and done with. There is to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Oh, and I'm sorry, the partial GPS is for work, complete family-based services, and also for medical appointments. Now, will Alpha Home take her? Because honestly, I don't know if she has a drug problem or not. She's never reported.
Judge, we could add a TAP evaluation, have that done, just to kind of determine if she has any substance use issues.
All right. What drugs have you used in the past?
I used to take my medication, and I used to take anxiety medication. That was when I was 17.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I used to take anxiety medication when I was 17.
And what else have you taken?
I've taken
Here's the thing, you need to be 100% honest with me. I'm trying to give you conditions for you to be successful. And I'm telling you, if you want to have more children, that's completely up to you. But I'm going to be looking at the facts of this case if you come before me again. You understand? So what drugs have you used in the past?
anxiety medication when I was 17. That was it.
All right, TAP evaluation, and that'll be done in custody. And see if Alpha Home will accept her. She's going to need a place to stay. If we can't find a placement for her, just have her come back. And maybe you can look at that building, Brighter Communities. I think that's what it's called. Just one second. Let me see.
It's just, that's it.
All right. So if not accepted, then building brighter communities. And probation, what else do you want?
Judge, if we could do ISP, or increased supervision once she's out of custody.
All right, ISP out of once released.
Oh, and did you want to add the weekly reporting and weekly UAs?
We'll do the UA hotline with testing once a week until further notice. And each time she's called in to do the hotline, she can come in and report. Is there anything else?
Not from the defense, Judge.
Anything else you need? Yes.
I just want to make it where the way that the weekly reporting, how do you? I don't know necessarily that that will work
Okay.
with her coming in
All right.
while she's doing the testing.
All right. So I tell you what, we'll just do weekly reporting with weekly UAs. Will that work or no?
I mean, we could just do the weekly UAs and then the ISP, the intensive supervision will help with
All right.
that.
We'll do weekly UAs for 90 days. All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. We can go off the record. Why do they keep having them come over in dirty uniforms? It seems like the pregnant women always get dirty uniforms, and that's a dirty uniform. It's not a, stains won't come out.
So they're sanitized.
Oh, so they don't use water?
It's just sanitized, not washed.
All right. I mean, somebody get some bleach for colors or something. All right. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Judge.